Hey, John Corcoran here from RetailX in Chicago, and we're live here with Don Chapman of Modo. And Don, tell me a little bit about Modo and what you guys do.
Thank you, John. We're excited to be here at RetailX. Modo enables global retailers to connect to all of their different payment services providers on a global basis. So whether we're talking about the acquirers across Asia, Africa, Latin America, Europe, all of those different infrastructures operate in different ways, and what we're doing is taking all of the complexity out of that and giving retailers one way and one view into all of their payments on a global basis. Settlement, reconciliation, back-end processes, there's a lot of different things going on, and we like to take all of that lift away from the merchants and really provide them with a one-stop solution that solves these issues for them.
Okay, great. So tell me a little bit about a client or a case study, some of the clients that you work with and how you help them.
Absolutely. So most recently we've been doing some work with Etihad Airways. Etihad's one of the leading airways out of the Middle East, based in the United Arab Emirates. We've been doing some work with them on our latest checkout product launch. The name of it's /checkout, served up via an API to help simplify their payments operations. Also, a company not very well known, but the Agora companies in 14 West is a company that processes a few $1 billion a year, mostly on subscription, so recurring payments type of things. They have 8 different payment services providers on a global basis throughout, again, Latin America, Europe, and they know they want to expand and continue to add more. A lot of complexity in their systems. They have to deal with their fraud systems, ERP platforms, and really getting all of that into the back office in a very smooth and contextual data savvy way. Takes a lot of manual intervention. And really what we're doing is automating that, making it a seamless process, and taking over that payment stack for them and their client base. So very much looking forward to continuing to expand those use cases and enable more folks, hopefully some that we'll meet here today at RetailX.
Yeah, you're right. Agora Payments, is not well known, but a huge company.
Absolutely.
A huge company. Tell me a little bit about, there's a lot of change happening in the e-commerce world today, retail world today. What are some of the changes that you're seeing happening which are affecting retailers?
Yeah, I think everybody's familiar with the shift in the dominance of e-commerce, right? The growth is completely up and to the right versus brick and mortar, right? The volume's in brick and mortar, but really the true growth that everybody's seeing is in e-commerce. So when you think about that and you think about how does a company deal with the complexities of going global, that's really where Modo comes into play, right? We're payment-centric folks. Like I said, we're operating with a lot of their back office systems and different data systems. But when you think about payments, everybody likes to make them invisible. If you think about all the things that Uber and Airbnb and Netflix, right? These folks that have really created sophisticated infrastructure, not every company can do that, right? And there's a lot of companies that are going out to the market today. There's some technology you might call a switch or a payments hub or a gateway, and you're either leaving money on the table, not getting the full capability set you need, right? It's falling short in one way or another. Modo's really that next generation that helps them reduce their costs, help them expand globally, switch out providers seamlessly, and do really big things when it comes to enabling commerce and helping them increase their margins, right? The more you can sell, everybody likes the top line revenues. The lower your costs, everybody likes to increase their margins and drive profit. So that's what Modo's here to help people with.
What are some of the mistakes you see retailers who are going into e-commerce or digital native companies that are going into brick and mortar? What are some of the mistakes you're seeing happening today?
Yeah, with the DNVBs specifically, I think they really should consider their payments and what is their long-term vision, right? Just going with someone like a Stripe, and nothing against Stripe, I think they have amazing technology, but you're sort of handing over the keys to the kingdom, to your data, to your payments, and your ability to control those things on a longer-term strategic basis. Payments really can be thought of as a strategic asset, and that's where we want people to start focusing, right? Like someone like Adyen, yeah, they can service you in certain ways. Someone like a Stripe, yeah, they can service you in certain ways. But if you think long-term about how do I optimize those things, right, for that profitability that I was talking about with the driving revenue, cutting costs, that's where we like to really think through those things. And if you're going to be a hyper-growth company, it will come up sooner than you think, and just trying to rip and replace infrastructure at a later time is not optimal, right? It's a very suboptimal thing. It's something you want to avoid. So with those companies, those are things we think about. With some of the big companies, a little bit different dynamics, right? If you're more established, you've already got the revenues and things like that, you know what scale you're at, making sure that you're evaluating all your options, right? Doing the actual business case on, hey, what do we need to take in-house, right? Maybe we don't want to be an Uber, an Airbnb, or a Netflix where we operate all of these things, but maybe we also don't want to give away all the keys to the kingdom to everybody we're working with, right? Maybe there's some mix of of partnering or buying some of the technology, and I think that's really where the flexibility of Modo's platform comes in handy and can really empower some of those folks.
Great. Talking to Don Chapman from Modo. Don, where can people learn more about you?
ModoPayments.com.
Great.
Check us out. Yeah, the new checkout product is exciting. Thank you, John.
Great. All right. We're live here from RetailX. Thanks so much, Don.
Yeah, have a great day. Enjoy the show.